Good day, everyone. I am Sir Robbie, and together we will learn the word of the future, robotics. Did you know that here in Educational Technology Unit, robotics is a priority to make every Filipino learners and teachers competent and meet the demands of the future global scene? Wherein teachers, students, and parents who wanted to learn robotics is just a click away for free. Robotics is an interdisciplinary field which integrates computer science and engineering. It involves design, construction, operation, and use of robots to assist human activities. Are you ready for this transformation? Soon in ICT's Educational Technology Unit. Come and join us and love the future para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Ayan, at magandang hapon po sa ating lahat na nanonood ngayong hapon sa ating ETUlay online tutorial session ngayong quarter 2, week number 4 for Mathematics 5. Ako po si Tutor Joshua. Ako po ang makasama ninyo ngayong hapon. At si Tutor Jordan po ay siguro ay kung makakahabol ay makakahabol. Ayan, tayo po ay nasa week number 4 ng quarter 2 kung saan didiscuss natin yung multiplying decimals and may pinrepare po tayong application ng topic na ito at paano ba natin ina-apply. And that is through word problems. Okay, batiin muna natin yung mga kasama natin. We have Maria Jane Tala ng Baruya Elementary School, Lubao West District, SDO, Pampanga. Faye Paula Calixterio ng Patulo Elementary School, Marilao, Bulacan, with her advisor, Ma'am Micheline Alonzo. Then we have Josiah Lacre ng Tuktukan, Giginto, Bulacan, Tuktukan Elementary School. Good afternoon po sa atin. At talagang malayo ang reach natin, naabot natin in this endeavor sa ETUlay. And then we also have Martin Dave Nagong Preza na palagi natin nakakasama every week and in every subject din kung tutuusin. Rian Labarete, Felicity Lorene, and ayan, Gio Domingo naman ng Malolos Integrated School at Lab. Okay. Ayan, good afternoon po. So last week, merong pinresent sa atin si Tutor Jordan na problem. And yung problem na yun ay may kaugnayan pa rin sa decimals. And nagpapasalamat po kami doon sa mga sumulat at bumuo ng mga modules na ginagamit natin for our sessions. Okay. Ayan. So, ito yung magiging objective natin for today. We will multiply decimals up to 2 decimal places by 1 to 2 digit whole numbers. And then appreciate multiplying decimals. And then multiply decimals with factors up to 2 decimal places. So sabi ko nga, nung nakaraan may binigay na problem si Tutor Jordan. So sagutan natin siya. Okay. So we have Pasita who have earned 469 pesos and 38 centavos from selling kamote tops and ferns. So she gave 99 pesos and 37 centavos to her younger brother Paulo and 124 pesos and 93 cents to her elder sister Perla. for their project needs at school. How much money was left for Pasita. So, meron siyang kapatid at binigyan niya ng, kumbaga, allowance for the project from her earnings. So, kunin natin muna yung steps kung paano syempre masasagutan itong problem na ito. So, what is asked in this problem is the money left for Pasita after giving money to her siblings. Yung kumbaga na iwan kay Pasita. And what are the given data? The given data are the values 469 and 38, 99 and 37, then 124 and 93 centavos. Tapos, syempre, kailangan hanggat maaari no, naka-label yung mga values na yan. So, yung una is yung total earnings ni Pasita and then 99 for Paulo na ibinigay niya. And then binigyan niya rin uh, si Perla na 124 and 93 cents. So the operation to use here is addition and subtraction. Bakit addition and subtraction? Kasi ang pwede natin gawin, pagsamahin muna yung total na binigay ni Pasita sa kanya mga kapatid. And then we will subtract that total from Pasita's earnings. Pwede rin naman kung may sumagot sa inyo ng puro subtraction lamang, pwede rin yun. Pero we will have, paano ba? We will have multiple options naman kung paano masasagutan yung problem. Okay? So let us see using addition and subtraction. I-add muna natin yung mathematical sentence pala muna. So we will have n equals 469.38 minus the sum of, pag sabi natin minus the sum of, we will write parentheses para mag-group natin yung kailangan mag-group. At yun yung unahin nating operation. So we will have the sum of 124.93 and 99.37. So i-add muna natin sila. At kapag in-add natin sila, we will have 224 pesos and 30 centavos yung total na ibinigay ni Pasita sa kanya mga kapatid. And then by subtracting, we will have 469 and 38 minus 224.30. And we will have 245 pesos and 8 centavos. That is the money left for Pasita. Kasi syempre na, masusuklian pa rin naman siya. Okay? And I think may mga nakasagot ng problem na ito within the week na binigay ni Tutor Jordan at yung nagsabi sa kanya personally. So, ang ating matipunong estudyante or tutor for the week is Rafael Villegas III. Pinakita niya yung solution niya in digitally. Okay? He's from Baruya Elementary School, SDO Pampanga, Region 3. And we also have Felicity Lorraine Galles ng Malolos Integrated School, SDO Malolos, Region 3. Okay, congratulations sa inyo. Okay, so let us review kasi ngayong araw na ito, we will multiply numbers with decimal places or yung meron na tayong decimal point na i-consider. Okay? So, para matuto pa tayo or para mabalikan natin, paano nga ba mag-multiply ng numbers with multiple number of digits or multiple place values? Okay? So, when we multiply this, 135 by 24, okay, ang pinakamagandang gawin is to align them. Okay, 135 and 24 to their ones digit. Okay? Or their last digit dun sa pinaka rightmost. Okay, so i-align natin sila. So pag sinulat natin, that will be like this. 135 multiplied by 24. Okay? So I think masasagutan natin siya. Kasi pag nagmo-multiply tayo, okay, we multiply the first multiplier, which is the multiplier 135, And then isa-isa natin minumultiply by the digits of the multiplicand, which is 24. So isa-isa. Then mamaya magkakaroon tayo ng addition. Bakit isa-isa? Kasi syempre no, ang hirap naman bilangin ni 135 24 times. So the best way to do is one digit at a time. So pansinin muna natin dito sa 125 135 times 4 muna tayo. Okay, so 135 times 4, 5 times 4 is 20. So yung 2 lalagay natin sa taas kasi para nagke-carry over tayo. And pag nag-carry over tayo, we will add that to the product later on. Okay? 3 times 4, that is 12. Pero ang ilalagay natin sa ilalim is 4. Bakit 4? Kasi 12 plus 2, that is 14. So i-carry over natin yung 1. So we will have 1 times 4, which is now 4 plus 1, and we will have 540. Okay? So ayan. And then that's the first digit dun sa 4. How about the next one, which is 2? So 5 times 2 is 10. So magki-carry over tayo ng 1. Nga pala, kailangan when we multiply to the tens digit dun sa next one, nakahanay siya dun. Bakit? Kasi kumbaga nagmo-multiply na tayo by 20. Okay? Magiging 0 na tong ilalim. Okay? 0 tayo rito. Okay, so we will have that one. And then 3 times 2, we will write it in this column. So that will be 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Kaya naging 7. So we will have 1 times 2, which is 2. Tapos we will add these numbers. Pero again, by column. Okay, we will consider this space as 0. So magkakaroon tayo ng 0 sa rightmost. Then 4. 5 plus 7 is 12. Okay. And then carry over 1. Magkakaroon tayo ng 3,240. Okay. So I think nakuha naman ng ating mga shooties. Ayan, ang unang nakakuha ay si John Paulo Lacas. So iba sa atin talaga no, master na master yung skills. At importante yon when we deal with the fundamental operations. Okay. So next. That's 3,240. Okay, so let's have a very short drill. Let's count the decimal places of each number. So we have 5 numbers here. 234, 23 and 56 hundredths, 78 and 2,000s, 500ths, and 110 hundredths. So, how many decimal places ang meron dito sa bawat number natin? Okay? So, ayan. Okay, so I think that's enough time to answer. Okay, so for the first one, how many decimal places? There are no decimal places kasi it's a whole number. So we have 0. And then for the next one, we have 2. And for the third one, we have 3. For 500ths, we have 2. And then for the last one, we have 2 decimal places. Again, no, pag nagsusulat tayo ng decimal, agad maaari, we write it in the fewest number of decimal places. So yung 110 hundredths, we could actually write it as 101/10. Okay? Such that yung ating decimal place magiging 1 na lang. Okay? Para tayong, kung naalala nyo yung lesson natin na nakaraan na rounding off, nag-round down tayo kapag less than 5 yung value, it can be applied here. Okay? So, yeah. So, now, let us look at this square. Okay? So, the side, alam natin na yung square, bawat side niya ay congruent or it has an equal measure, bawat side. And then, if one side measures 3.2 centimeters, what will be the perimeter? Okay, so again, the perimeter, nakukuha natin by adding the lengths of each side. Pero dahil ito ay square daw, alam natin na bawat side is congruent to each other. So we could simply multiply 3.2 by 4. And when multiplying numbers with decimal places, halos parehas lang siya ng pagmumultiply natin with numbers without decimal places. The most important thing lang ay yung ating decimal point. Kailangan natin i-consider. Okay? So here, we write the numbers by column, yung last digit ang magka-align. So if we need to regroup if necessary para mas madali natin makita yung ating sagot. Okay? So here we have 3.2 times 4, so multiply lang natin again digit by digit. So multiply muna natin. 2 times 4, that will be 8. Next, we will multiply 3 by 4, and that is 12. Okay? Kaya lang, step number 2 says that we should place the decimal point in the product such that the number of decimal places in the product is equal to the total number of decimal places in the factors. So, bibilangin lang natin yung total muna, okay, doon sa given. So, how many decimal places doon sa 3.2? That is 1, kasi that's right after the decimal point. Doon sa 4, we have no more decimal places kasi whole number lang siya. Okay, so for the first one, we have 1 decimal place. And then for the second one, we have 0 decimal places. Okay? So, after counting, we get the total and yun yung ating movement ng decimal point in our final answer. So, start counting from right to left, then place the decimal point. So, nasan yung right? So, start tayo rito. Okay? Then, i-move natin siya to the left. So, dahil meron tayong 1 decimal place na total, isang movement lang siya ng decimal place. So, yung decimal point natin mapupunta after ng 12. Okay, so we will have 12.8 centimeters. Huwag natin kakalimutan yung unit because this is a measurement. So, may binigay na unit of measurement. Dapat may final answer din tayo na unit of measurement. Okay? So, ayan. Prince Nathaniel Naksamana. Okay. He got the correct answer. Okay. Yeah. So, let's have more exercises. Ngayon naman, kung meron tayo 1 decimal place sa given, let's try it with 2 decimal places. Okay? So, let's multiply 61 and 75 hundredths by 6. Okay? So, note, when multiplying, align natin yung last digits. The last digit on the first multiplier or the first factor is 5. the last digit dito sa second factor is 6. So kung i-align natin sila, ganito yung magiging itsura. Okay. May kinalaman ba yung position ng decimal point sa ating multiplication? Wala naman masyado. Unlike dun sa addition, no, kailangan naka-align sila, naka-atado sila dun sa decimal point. For multiplication, hindi na masyadong importante yung position, yung number of decimal places ang kailangan nating tignan. Okay? So let's have this one, 61.75 or 61 and 75 hundredths multiplied by 6. So 5 times 6 is 30. So bring down 0, carry up 3. Kasi 30. Okay? So next, 7 times 6, that is 42. Pero meron tayong carry over na 3. So that will be 45. So bring down 5, carry up 4. Okay? So next is 1 times 6, simply 6. And add 4, we will have 10. Bring down 0, carry over 1. And then 6 times 6 is 36. Then plus 1, that would be 37. Okay, we're not yet done because we need to count the number of decimal places in the given. So sa first one, we have 2 decimal places. Sa second one, we have 0 decimal place. Kasi whole number na lang si 6. So, hindi pa natin basta-basta pwedeng tanggalan ng zeros yan unless we're not yet sure kung ilan decimal places yung tatanggalan. Okay? So, kung 2 decimal places, we will move from right to left 2 spaces also. So, yung decimal point mapupunta rito. Okay, so the answer will be 370 and 50 hundredths. Okay, kaya lang, again, when simplifying, we write our final answer such that wala na masyado tayong zeros na titignan to the right. So we could simply say that the answer in this problem or the product is 370 and 5 tenths. Okay. So let's see kung sino ang nakatama. And we have Gio Domingo, and Faye Paula Calixterio, and Colette Hadluca. And si Josiah Lacre din. Okay, so actually, nakukuha naman natin yung correct answer. Si Carmel Magat ay nakahabol. Again, no, note lang po natin na we are counting the number of decimal places and then we are multiplying by 1 digit pa lamang. Okay? So, yung multiplicand natin, 1 digit. So, ngayon, paano kung may decimal places na rin dun sa ating multiplicand? Okay, so let's try 65 and 4 hundredths multiplied by 23 hundredths. So, again, ang i-align natin ay yung last digits. So, we have 4 and we have 3. Okay? Ayan. So, nagkataon na yung ating decimal points ay naka-align din. Pero that doesn't matter. What matter is the number of decimal places later. Kasi kung makikita ninyo, it will dictate the number of decimal places in our final answer. Okay? So, I will give you enough time to answer this one para lang din masigurado tayo. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so may nagsagot. It's 14 and 9,592 ten thousandths. Okay, so let's check kung tama. So 4 times 3, which is 2, or no, which is 12. Magki-carry over lang tayo ng 1. Okay? Next, 0 times 3 is 0. Then we add 1, we'll have 1. Okay, doon tayo sa next digit. Wag muna nating pansinin yung decimal point. So 5 times 3, that is 15. So carry over 1. Okay, and then 6 times 3 is 18. I-add na natin yung 1. So that will be 19. Okay, hindi pa natin ilalagay yung decimal point rather dito sa first product. Kasi may pangalawa pa tayong paglalagyan. So we will multiply 65 and 4 hundredths by by the first digit of the second factor, which is 2. So 4 times 2, 8. 0 times 2 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. So we carry over 1. Okay, 6 times 2 is 12. Then we add 1. We have 13. Okay? At saka natin i-add itong dalawang set na ito. Pero tandaan natin na this should be 0 kasi actually we are multiplying by 0 here. 20 rather. Okay? Kaya nagiging 0 yan. Okay? So by column ang pag-add, we will have 2 sa last digit. Next one, 1 plus 8 is 9. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 0 is 9. 1 plus 3 is 4. And then bring down 1. Okay, hindi pa tayo tapos. Bakit? Kasi we were going to count to the number of decimal places in the given. Lahat ng decimal places. So after ng decimal point, we have 1, and then 2, and then next one, we also have 2. So a total of how many? We have a total of 4. So bibilang tayo ng to the right ng 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And we have 14 and 9,592 ten thousandths. So if we have 4 decimal places, that is in the 10th, in the 10,000th place value. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so very good naman ang ating mga viewers. So take note lang po, no, wag nating i-flood yung comment section para makita ko rin lahat kung sino ang nakapag-submit. Hindi natatabunan yung mga pangalan. Okay? We use decimal point tuldok. Hindi po tayo gagamit ng comma. Baka nagkamali lang ng type doon sa ating keyboard. So be careful with that. Okay? So let's have this one. Okay, solve 4 and 84 hundredths times 7 hundredths. Okay, so lumalabas na sa isa lang natin i-multiply. We will just multiply it by 7. Pero take note, we have 2 decimal places doon sa ating second factor. And we also have 2 decimal places sa ating first factor. So what do you think will be the answer for this problem? Okay. Ayan. So, let us just multiply it 1 by 1 pa din. So, ayan, may sagot na si Azena Chris Famisan and si Josiah Lacre. And so, they will have 4 times 7, that is 28. So, bring down 8, carry over 2. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 2, that will be 58. Bring down 8, carry over 5. And then we will have 4 times 7 is 28, and then plus 5 will be 33. Okay? Ngayon, we could also multiply by this number. Okay? So, 4 times 0 is 0, 8 times 0 is 0, and actually yung tatlo na yan will become just 0. Okay? So, yun yung kagandahan naman kapag 0 na lahat ng preceding digits doon sa ating decimal number. So, we could simply bring them down. 3,388. Pero take note, again, we have two decimal places in the first factor and two decimal places in the second factor. Ang sagot ni Felicity Lorraine, may kulang. Ayan, nabago niya na. So it should be 0.3388. Bakit tayo naglagay ng 0 before the number? Kasi pag naglagay tayo ng decimal point dito, we should have a 0 placeholder to the left, signifying that we have 0 as a whole number. Hindi pa siya buo. Hindi pa nabubuo yung fraction natin. Okay? So we have 3,388 ten thousands. Okay? So, ayan. Okay, wait lang po. So I think pwede tayong mag-move. Ito na ba siya? Ito. Maganda yung problem. Okay. So we have here 62 hundredths multiplied by 8 hundredths. So the process is still the same. We will multiply 62 by 8, pero take note of the decimal places right after the decimal point. And meron tayong usual na shortcut kapag 0 yung to the left of the digit ng ating decimal number. Okay? So kindly think of it, of our answers. Yan. So check natin kung tama yung sagot ni Azena tsaka ni Jane yan. Okay, so sagot nila daw ay 0.0496. So bakit kaya ganun yung final answer? Bakit ang daming zeros? Okay. So 62 or 62 hundredths multiplied by 8 hundredths multiplied 2 by 8, we will have 16. Okay. And then 6 times 8 is 48 plus 1 is 49. Bring down 9, carry over 4. And then 0 times 8 is 0. Again, ang minumultiply natin ay itong numbers na yan. Hindi ito. Ina-add natin yung carry over. So we will have 0 plus 4, which is 4. Ngayon, again, pwede na nating skip ito, pero to be sure, let us multiply the first factor by 0 para mapakita lang natin. Okay. So i-add na natin, or we're just going to bring them down. So we have 496. Pero we have two decimal places dun sa first factor and two decimal places sa ating second factor. So we will move a total of 4. So bilangin natin from the right. We have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Ano pong napansin? Okay. Kung napansin ninyo, yung decimal point natin mapupunta rito. Wala tayong number to the left and to the right of the decimal point. So if that happens, we will have placeholders o yung ipampupuno doon sa ating number. And our placeholder will be 0. Okay? So we will have 496 ten thousands. Again, that is 496 ten thousands. Bakit 10 thousands? Because we have 4 decimal places. At yung yung ating place value sa fourth decimal place is 10 thousands. So let us apply. Okay. that problem or that concept in a word problem. Okay, so here we have Nicole, okay, who reads her book for 2.5 hours or 2.5 every day. And that is for 4.5 days or 4.5 days. How many hours did she spend in reading her book within those 4.5 days? Again, Nicole reads her book for 2.5 hours every day for 4.5 days. So how many hours did she spend in reading her book? So in answering word problems, we should identify what is asked, list down what are given, identify the operation, and then write the mathematical sentence before we solve the problem para masigurado tayo kung ano yung pupuntahan natin. Okay? So let us see what is asked in the problem. Okay. So pag tinanong na yung what is asked, hindi natin ibibigay yung tanong din. Okay, ibibigay na natin what is really being asked. So we should answer it in a sentence form as much as possible. Okay? So in this problem, ayan, may nagbibigay na ng sagot. Pero again, ang tinatanong ko pa lang naman is, what is asked? Ayan. Okay. In this problem, the quantity or value that is asked is the total number of hours Nicole spent in reading. Okay? Kasi yun yung question how many hours did she spend? So, if we're going to translate that into or answer that in a sentence or declarative form, total hours Nicole spent in reading. Okay? Okay, sabi ni Maria Janiel Tala, the hour or the number of hours she spent in reading books. Okay, that's correct. Okay, so after identifying what is asked, let's identify what are the given quantities or list down. So we have here 2.5 or 2.5, the total reading hours of Nicole per day. Dapat dito may nakalagay na per day. Okay. And then we also have 4.5 or 4 and 5 tenths, which is the total number of days Nicole have read the book or Nicole reads. Okay. Ayan. So kailangan may label din yung ating given. May label sila or may classification. Okay, next. We identify the operation. So parang sinasabi rito kung ilang oras lahat-lahat within those 4.5 days. So we're just going to multiply. Okay? And when we multiply 2.5 by 4.5, this could be our mathematical sentence. Or pwede rin naman na yung solution natin, yung ipakita natin ng mathematical sentence. So we could regroup. Pwede nating unahin si 4 and 5 tenths multiplied by 2 and 5 tenths. Or pwede rin 2 and 2.5 multiplied by 4.5. Preference nyo po yun. Okay? So 5 times 5 is 25. Bring down 5, carry over 2. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20. So that will become 22 kasi nag-add na tayo ng 2. That is just the first digit or the last digit in the column. I-multiply ba natin siya by this one? So we will have 4.5 multiplied by 2. Okay. Pero dito na natin siya isusulat. Bakit? Kasi this will be 0. Okay. So 5 times 2, that is 10. Carry over 1. Okay, 4 times 2, that will be 8. And then plus 1, that is 9. Okay, so we're going to add. Again, remember, this is 0. Take note din, hindi natin nilalagay yung decimal point agad-agad kasi sa dulo siya gagalawin. Okay? Nilalagay lang natin yung decimal point agad when we are adding or subtracting. Okay, so let's bring down 5. 2 plus 0 is 2. And then 2 plus 9 is 11. Okay. What's next? Hindi pa tayo tapos. Kasi ang gagawin na natin, we will count the number of decimal places in each quantity. So meron tayong isang decimal place for 4.5 or 4.5. And then one decimal place also for 2.5. And with that, we will count a total of 2 decimal places dun sa ating final na product. So that is 1 and this is 2. So we will have 11.25 or 11 and 25 hundredths of an hour. So lalagyan dapat natin ng label. So ayan. Final answer is Nicole spent 11 and 25 hundredths hours reading her book. Okay, so nakuha naman ninyo yung correct answer. Shania Venice. Ayan. Medyo baliktad lang yung pagkakasabi niya ng kanyang sentence. So, 11.25 hours daw Nicole spent in reading books. Okay. So, yun din actually yung sagot ni Janiel Tala. Okay. So, I think this would be your activity na isasend nyo kay Tutor Jordan right after this session. So, let's have this problem. Karina buys 7 cupcakes at 12 pesos and 43 centavos each in her favorite bake shop. So, how much did she pay for her cupcakes? Okay, so take a screenshot of this problem so you could send it to Tutor Jordan para makuha kayo na matipon at matrikit na Tuty of the Week. Okay? And with that, and yung pagiging Tuty of the Week, I think we would like to endorse in ETUlay sa ating DepEd ETU din na magkakaroon po tayo ng celebration of National Children's Broadcasting Day, which is actually a Republic Act since 1997, which we are declaring every second Sunday of December. So iniimbitahan po ang ating mga tuties na panoorin ang special week na ito. Kaya i-PM lang po si Tutor Jordan if you want to be the mini-me for this week number 5. Para rin celebration na rin ng National Children's Broadcasting Day. Okay? So, ayan. Okay, so ito po yung email ni Tutor Jordan and kanyang Facebook profile para maipakita po ninyo yung skills na natutunan nyo sa ating session for today. And that is the end of our week number 4. So napakabilis, no? Isang topic pa lang yon, nasa multiplication pa lang tayo. And syempre, kukumpletuhin natin yung operations na alam ninyo, and dadami pa yung ating knowledge and skills, especially when we deal with decimals. And we will have more applications, more practices, more exercises para mas lalong maging mahigpit yung pagkukuha natin ng skills na ito. Okay? So kung meron po tayong comments or suggestions, iscan lamang po yung code at kita-kita po tayo ulit sa susunod na Friday. Muli natin makakasama si Tutor Jordan at tandaan na laging maraming paraan para matuto na math. Okay? So with that, thank you and magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!